Hey everybody, John here from WaterBear Cycles. Thanks for checking out the channel. This is an awesome condition 2018 Specialized Roubaix Pro Carbon Disc road bike, size 58 centimeter. This bike has very low miles. It's very well cared for. Everything works perfectly on it. There's a couple cosmetic blemishes on the frame, and I'll go over those in a minute. But let me tell you about the bike. So this is an endurance geometry bike. So when you're looking at road bikes, you have race geometry and endurance geometry. And endurance geometry is designed for the rider that wants a little bit less vibration and a frame that's a little bit easier on the body for either longer distance, more time in the saddle, or rougher roads. And the way they do that is they give you a little bit taller head tube, which is the front tube right here. So it's a little taller and more upright riding. Now it's still a race level bike, so you can take this bike and you can race it, but endurance geometry has features built into the frame that make it a little bit more compliant when you're hitting the bumps and the cobblestones and the rougher roads. The Roubaix for 2018 and on now features the Future Shock, which is 20 mil of travel in the front end. So you see this little piece right here. So you can actually, you can feel that when you ride, sucking up all the bumps that come from the front of the bike and go up into your hands and your shoulders. This is the pro level bike. So this is going to give you a Dura drivetrain. It's a 2x11 speed with an S-Works carbon crank. 58 centimeter comes stock with a 175 millimeter crank, and then the Roubaix come with a 50-34 compact gearing. Also features the Roubaix CL Rapide 32 carbon wheel. This is a tubeless compatible wheel. Currently has tubes in it, but you can run it tubeless if you'd like. It's a 700C wheel, which is standard for most road bikes. Most of the bike is factory stock. The original handlebars were swapped to a specialized shallow bend handlebar. And then the original saddle was swapped out to the specialized Power 143 saddle. Overall, the bike is in beautiful shape. It does have very low miles on the drivetrain. Everything works properly. The original owner it was never crashed. And I will tell you, when you're looking at road bikes, if you ever want to tell if a bike is crashed, I'm going to turn the bike around here. The first thing you can look at is the shifters and the sides of the saddle. If you look at the shifters and you don't see scratches all down the side of the shifter on either side, or any rip in the bar tape, or any tears on the saddle, that's usually going to indicate that the bike was not crashed or dropped. Now this bike, the original owner, he said he was riding and he lost his balance on one of the paved bike trails, and he ended up kind of grazing alongside of a fence or a wall, and he did put some scratches in the Specialized logo here. So this bike has been professionally inspected. We're very familiar with carbon. I've been in the industry for over 25 years. So I do know all the bikes that we sell are inspected to make sure that there's no structural integrity damage. So you can see, like throughout the letters, I did put some touch-up paint on them, but there has been some scratches from his little incident there. But again, the bike has not been crashed, and it is very low miles, but it does have those cosmetic blemishes that I wanted to mention. But again, this is a Specialized Roubaix 2018. It's the pro level. Carbon wheels, carbon fork, carbon frame, endurance geometry, 58 centimeter. It's a FAC 10R carbon. So they do FAC 9R, 10R, and 11R. 11R is going to be a really stiff, racy, rigid carbon. 10R is a very durable, lightweight, but compliant carbon. Kind of goes hand in hand with the geometry of the endurance geometry. And the retail price point on this bike was $6,500. So definitely not a cheap bike by any means, but if you want a nice deal on it, look up WaterBearCycles.com, or our WaterBear Cycles eBay store is where this bike will be listed. If you have any questions, my name's Sean. Thank you.